He's here too.
Well, this is a clear demonstration of what this rider is capable of. It seems like he got bored of that steady tempo that his own teammates had set, where Romo first tried to break it. Later on, some riders from Bahrain and even from Cofidis made a move. But the leader has said, no, gentlemen, this is over. And he took off to finish this climb to El Osegui and then take control of the race. The climb of Azcárate, which will already be a third category climb before the 6 bonus seconds at Goibar. Let's see what the French rider can get out of this effort after this furious attack, as we're about to reach the summit of Osegui with some of the 3 breakaway riders.
Write it down for Amar Soler. Write it down for Amar Soler. Ben Haley second and Eskimo third. Add the points for Amar Soler there, my dear Iñaki.
It's just that the little fence is covered by the crowd. The crowd is covering it, the little fence with the Pilsen Sermunion stars. So you have to guess the white line, but that's the exact order they passed. And further back, watch out. We're waiting for the reaction. There's a man here from the group that was chasing who never made it to the front of the race. The trio is still together even after so much cold and so much rain and a lot of mountains. The climb isn't over yet. Who's coming over here, Javier? Who is it? Paul Seixas.
Who I lost sight of.
The one who just took off and left everyone behind. They're different. Paul Seixas is not wearing the yellow jersey so that the audience watching on TV or through images knows because of the winter, the cold, he's dressed in black. But you can recognize his pedaling right now. Only the 19-year-old guys have such high energy. Let's go all out. This is a show. And he stepped down. The one that was always hovering around the 4-minute mark is now at 3:19. The race leader left. How did he end up alone? I guess he was left without any teammates. He said, don't worry, I'll handle the counter. Go ahead, take care of the warehouse. And I'm here behind the cash register. Meanwhile, the Norwegians keep pushing, doing their thing. They're trying to get Tobias Kallen onto the podium because Roglin is nowhere to be seen. He's not showing up today. Bora has its own emergency. The Norwegian group has already passed the mountain points. Lucho, they've checked in. On the bike, knowing how to cross each curve diagonally. Lucho is back here with rain dripping. A cold snap hit the race. Lucho, I'm listening to you.
Yes, sir, that's right. 1.70, Ruben. That's how tall the ball guy is. 1.70, and he weighs 67 kilos. The ball guy, he's a skinny guy who's doing well, who's holding up fine. There he is, taking and negotiating the curves on this descent. Doing it very properly. He's been doing it in an extraordinary way. The one who's coming up now in the central part, nicely positioned on the descent, taking it with a lot of caution, right? Andreas August, the 20-year-old American, was opening a gap over there. Simon Velasco. In the curve, Raul Garcia Pierna is descending with everything he's got. Van den Brugge is doing it, Glibar is doing it, and behind them, Simon Velasco, who's pulling the small group in this descent. Of the 4 coming here, Vistringe, Filippo Fiorelli, and Tobias Johansen, who is definitely moving into third place in the overall standings. He's been descending for 57 kilometers. They're giving me an overall classification there, where Harold Tejada still appears to be in 5th.
That's what I wanted to tell you. That's what I wanted to tell you. The organization has corrected it and has placed Harold Tejada in the group with Florian Lipovic, Paul Seixas, Javier Romo, Pelo Bilbao, and Johnny Zaguirre. He would maintain his position, possibly even gain a spot.
Yes, there he is.
Now, yes, it's just that they've been tangled up all morning. They spent an hour with 35 cyclists in the group. And I kept insisting there were only 18 coming, remember? Do you remember? Now they've corrected it. Here comes Harold Tejada in that little group with Florian Lipovic. This is extraordinary news. What a relief. I was very sad about that. Well, now my spirit has come back to life. So let's rewind. As that guy would say, recalculating.
Recalculating, Iñaki.
Well, it would be very important because Harold Tejada would be either in 6th or 5th place, depending on what Mr. Johansen can do. But the important thing is that Astana would be regaining the top spot in the team classification.
He stays in the same place, right? He would stay in the same place because he gains Rogli's spot but loses the spot to Johansen, right?
Depending on how much time they manage to cut from Johansen at the finish line.
Yes, let's wait and see. For now, Johansson is third in the standings, but I think he'll move up to second.
Here come the musicians. There goes a truck over there with some musicians on top. What's the name of the trio? The trio is called Trigo America, sir. Trigo America, led by Maestro Oscar Velasquez. What's the name of Garcia Marquez's latest book? The one that's still at the publisher. I think it hasn't come out yet. What was the name of Garcia Marquez's last one? Until August. August, or rather Agosto, we'll see him at the finish line because it looks like this guy is going to be the stage winner. Andreas, a great new figure in cycling. Andreas Agosto, that's his name. And he has 1 kilometer, 600 meters left for the Ineos rider to finish it off and celebrate. He's still back there with that group of 4, and he can celebrate second place in his championship. Maybe he'll get it here. The man started in 4th place, made a big gain in a single day, and is going to finish second overall because today this thing ends. Yes, sir. They've arrived. There are the musicians from the 70 Trigo America, and it opens up for a single man who's in the lead. Now comes the scary part. There's no bunch sprint, no bunch finish. It's not Rillon's move. It's not the sprint we're used to. It's a man who makes the move alone today. No one had him in the betting, and let's see how he fits into the general classification as well. At least winning the stage here, the one that puts the cherry on top of the event, is making history, entering the record books of the Basque Country by turning onto the right side, entering the shopping district, the town center. And he has little left to finish this 137-kilometer stretch today. A man from Ineos, and we'll see that nothing happened in the mountains. Paul Seixas has kept the jersey. Mar Soler was just 1 point short, and everything else will stay the same. He comes through here among umbrellas, parasols that appear along the side of the road. It looked like a field of mushrooms. This here on the right and left curve, counter curve, this was tricky, right? If the group arrives en masse, more than one will go down, and Poblado is by the railing. August heads into the finishing straight. Andrew August, the Ineos cyclist. There's a man loose in the back. He's coming for him. But he has time to celebrate, to hold his helmet, to thank for the victory, and he freewheels. He comes in floating, not a pedal stroke more. The Ineos rider, here comes the second rider. The second man is fighting. I'm listening to you.
He came in, Garcia Pierna came in, Garcia Pierna came in, Van den Broek will be third here, Van den Broek will be third, he will take the 4 seconds, yes sir. So Andrew August has won. Second place for Raul Garcia Pierna from Movistar, good performance. Third place for Fran Van den Broek, Gribar came in 4th. And here comes the sprint between Velasco, Biestring, Felipe, and Johansson. Johansson is the one who will come to the front. He's the one who will stop the clock. This will be important for him. A few seconds here. He's entering the last 40 meters. He's moving. Attention, Filippo Fiorelli is making a move. Here comes Filippo Fiorelli. The rider in the yellow helmet is coming up to contest the sprint. Filippo Fiorelli goes out. Velasco is there too. Filippo Fiorelli comes in for 5th place. Biestringer comes in for 6th. Velasco comes in for 7th. And for 8th place, still Johansson, my friend. Kimo, Iñaki, Samuel, and my friend.
Edwin Matamoros.
Edwin Matamoros. 3:29:35 is the time for the rider, the winner, August, who I think wins his first World Tour race, right? First World Tour race he wins. Let's wait, I'm timing. It's been 31 seconds since Johansson arrived. Let's see how long it takes for them, how long it takes for Lipovic. That's what I mean.
The stopwatch is still running there, and for Jaro Tejada, Lipovic, what's happening?
Lucho, it's just that Jaro Tejada almost went off the road on the curve right before entering the last kilometer.
Oh, of course, of course. They're negotiating a sort of roundabout there. Now they're coming in between the guardrails.
And Tejada will still remain 5th overall. Tejada is defending 5th place from Baudin.
Bowden is losing more than 15 seconds to the Colombian, which means he would move up to Roglic's position and move up to Bowden's position.
Good, the best performance of the year.
This August guy looks kind of Asian, right? He kind of looks Asian. Here he comes. Here comes Zenu de Broek. Let's see who's coming here. Oh no, Javier Romo is the one coming here. He's the one who's going to give the group its time, Javier Romo. Behind him comes Ionis Aguirre. There goes Lipovic. Here comes Charo Tejada. Here comes Charo Tejada. And the group is closing in behind him. There they are, going all out, ladies and gentlemen. But that's not Charo Tejada. That's Shampuzan coming up there. The one in blue is Shampuzan. The one who sprinted there, that's Shampuzan.
3:08. This group comes in at 3:08. Seixas just arrived, right?
Yes, the second to last one right in front of Lipovic. Yes.
308.
But that definitely wasn't Charo Tejada. No, that's Shampuzan.
Yes, sir.
So it was still 5:39 minus 3:08. That gives him 2:31. Wow, he loses second place to Lipovic by just 1 second. That's what I timed with my stopwatch, right? 1 second, 5:39 minus 3:08 gives you 2:31, and Lipovic is at 2:30. So Lipovic is second at 2:30 and third, Johansson at 2:31, but we have to wait for the official times, which Neves has. Oh no, Neves isn't here.
For me, definitely the champion is, yes, Paul Seixas.
Correct. The top 10, 3:29.35 for August, the Ineos rider. Second, Raul Garcia from Movistar, 16 seconds behind. Third, Fran van den Broek from Picnic, 34 seconds behind. Fourth, Gal Gliba from Alpecin, 34 seconds behind. Fifth, Filippo Fiorelli from Visma, 107 behind. Same time in sixth place for Westinger, the Alpecin rider. Seventh, Simon Velasco. Same gap at 107. Eighth, Tobias Johansson at 109, ninth place. Ramsey de Broom from Alpecin at 126. And rounding out the top 10 is Guillermo Artan from Groupama, 133 back.